The world is so small till it ain't. I'm building up a wall until it breaks. Greetings at Virgo, all placements. This is Mac. I love him so much, and he's been coming through a lot this week. But Virgo, someone here, this is one of those things where, you know, when we're young and we're like, oh my gosh, the world is so big. And then you like travel, you get some notoriety. You may travel across the world or to another country with your family, and you like run into someone in your first grade class and you're like, wow, the world is so small. Like you start to feel like the world is small. And the Virgo that I'm reading for, this is someone who's been around the world, who's traveled or who's seen some things or who's just lived some life, or there are some certain experiences you've had where you're like, yeah, the world is a lot smaller than it seems. Like the world really is a small place. However, someone has kind of become like fossilized. Okay, for some of my Virgos, you really need to sauna or do some sort of detox or drink a lot more water, because I'm not gonna lie, I am channeling like sluggishness in the body, sluggishness around organs, calcification, things calcifying. Also be cautious with like stones and whatnot. I don't know anything about any of that, but I'm just channeling that all of a sudden. So for some of my Virgos, you really need to be careful with all of that. But also there's something with like opening the detox pathways. Anyhow, on the grander scale, there's something here where you are just kind of set in your ways, or you think you've seen it all. You've experienced, you know, Hollywood, or you've experienced a certain industry, or you've experienced this country and that country and this and that. So you're like, you know, I have a rundown, or you're like a doctor or a lawyer or like a police officer or a firefighter. Like you're in a job where you see some real like behind the scenes. You're like, yeah, I know that's how it looks on TV, but I've actually been in those environments. Someone here has seen the real deal is what I'm hearing. But you're about to be like surprised again, Virgo. Like you're about to meet someone that you can't quite figure out. You can't quite pin this person down. We are only human, floating on a rock, but I think you are made of stardust. I'm hearing that song by Jessie Reyez. So yeah, we're only human floating on a rock, and you're like, the world's pretty small until it ain't. And someone is building up a wall, and then the wall breaks because they're meeting someone made of stardust who's like, they're like, wait, what? I didn't know that I could feel like someone. You make me feel like I can feel again. So someone is making someone feel all of a sudden, Virgo. Now this could be you, or you're making someone else feel, or someone is like a reawakening, stirring up some emotions in someone. Very strong Aquarius, Aries, Taurus, Libra, and of course other Virgos, because you could be, you know, talking to someone who also has other Virgo in their chart. Someone really wants someone to come over. I was hearing that song by Jennifer Lopez. It's called Come Over. It's a super easy song. She's like, when you come to my room for a little game, to you I'll do very erotic things. I want nothing very smooth. Just listen to the song. It's like, it's seductive. It's like, someone here just wants to pounce on someone for real. Now, for some of my Virgos, you can be like on and off with someone, but I really think that this is going to be the last time around, because the very first song that I was hearing was, when you cuss me out, you don't mean that which is Chris Brown, On Me. So basically it's like break up, make up, etc., etc. So this is, again, someone who's like, they break up with someone, they may hook up with someone here or there, talk to someone, their person talks to another person, but they always like weasel their way back together. Or this can be someone who like has considered maybe leaving someone, but right when they're about to, they like choose to stay anyway, because they're like, nah, it's cheaper to keep her. Or someone here is just like, nah, it's too much work, da-da-da. But it does seem like someone is going to finally leave, because they're going to meet someone that's made of stardust. Someone, she says in that song, you're unconditional and you put up with so much. So someone is like, man, I thought that I should just like stick it out, because everyone is, you know, the world's so small, everyone's like this, like their ex, the person that they make up and break up constantly with. But then they're gonna meet someone and they're like, is this person real? Is this real life? Like, are you real? Like, what? They make humans like you? And then they're like, well, we're humans floating on a rock, but you're made of stardust. And someone here is really, yeah, when the stars are falling down, there's love in the dark. someone here can feel like there's just darkness all around. They've kind of become nihilistic in life. Like they just they're not a pessimist, but they're just a nihilist. Like everything's just kind of meaningless. It just kind of is. They feel like they've seen it all. They know humans' ins and outs. And it's like, newsflash, we're not all human. Some of us are made of more galactic things. You know, I do believe in races, but it's not the color of our skin. It's not the continent that you were born on or that your ancestors were from. That can be controversial, but I see like different like star system races, because I've met people who I don't speak their language and people who are totally different cultures than me that are 100% more family to me than anyone that I've been raised around, grew up around, or anyone that has my skin tone or anyone that has my ancestry. That's just facts. So I will say though, I am Hungarian and my ancestors actually went back to Africa, so even though I look like some basic white girl or whatever, my further back ancestors are African. So it kind of makes sense why I commingle with certain crowds better rather than just, you know, the basic white, because it's just, I'm an old soul and I tend to be a lot more connected to my ancestors. So there can be something with that too, Virgo. Like, looks are deceiving. You really can't judge a book by its cover. I talked about this heavily in Capricorn's reading, so you may want to watch Capricorn's reading. I was also hearing the days of our lives. I was hearing saving the best for last. So for some of my Virgos, you can feel like you've seen it all, you've experienced it all, but God's actually saving the best for last. And I'm hearing God must have spent a little more time on you, on you, on you, on you, on you. So someone here, yeah, is like realizing that there are still, I don't know, there are still good people. Where'd all the good people go? I'm hearing that song by, is that Jack Johnson or John Mayer? I think it's Jack Johnson. I was also hearing best part. So yeah, someone is about to meet someone they're like, you're the best part of my day, the best part of my life, the best days of our lives. I was also hearing, I'm gonna soak up the sun, I'm gonna tell everyone to lighten up. Is that Sheryl Crow? Someone here could be going to like a sunny place. Someone here could be spending some time on the beach. We're just in the sunlight. Someone here needs more sunlight. Someone needs to go outside more. I know it is wintertime, but you can also get like red light and different things that mimic getting, you know, kind of like sunlight and whatnot. So that's important for some of my Virgos, especially if you live in a cold place. I was also hearing, so in that song, the Mac Miller song, he says, I'm always in a rush, I'm always thinking too much. No one told me that being rich was so lonely. So again, someone here has some sort of accolades, they have some sort of platform of sorts, and they're realizing they're way more lonely, they feel so like misunderstood, or like they just don't have anyone to really connect to deeply, like deeply. They may have groupies, they may have fans or whatever, but like it's very superficial. It's very like yapping chihuahua. It's not like the depth of like a German shepherd on a rescue mission, or a pit that was saved from the fighting rings that is now like a loving family dog. Like there's differences, and I'm not bashing the Yorkie at all. It's just like, or the Chihuahua. There's just different depths to things. There's layers to things, Virgo. And there's a Virgo here who's like, I've seen it all, I've experienced it all, and so they feel like not much impresses them. Not much impresses them. I was also hearing though the hanging around downtown by myself, and I had so much time to sit and think to myself, and then there she was, like something double cherry pie. Yeah, so that song is Sex and Candy. So someone here could be out on the town drinking or getting a burger or getting brunch or something, and you could spot someone. So someone here could actually see someone in real life. Yeah, in real life. Meeting someone out in the wild, not on a dating site, but meeting someone in real life. And someone here maybe can't stop thinking about this person. This person could be the person made of stardust. But it does seem, Virgo, like you need to kind of get out of your comfort zone and put yourself out there, because I do see two people meeting in a rather unlikely place, and it's like old souls meeting again. Bless you.